Ladies and gentlemen, there is a saying that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It might sound like a cliche, but there's truth to it. Struggle is not the enemy. It is, in fact, one of our greatest allies. When we face challenges, we are not just going through tough times, but we are being molded, shaped, and prepared for something greater. Now, let's be clear. Nobody enjoys struggle. It's uncomfortable. It often feels like you're carrying a weight you can't manage. But here's the thing. Without that weight, you wouldn't have the strength to handle what comes next. The struggles you face today are the very things that will build your resilience for tomorrow. Think of it as working out at the gym. When you challenge your muscles, they get sore, they feel stretched, and it's tough. But when they heal, they grow. The same happens with your character. If you embrace the struggles in your life, you'll realize that it's not about avoiding hardship, but about developing the mindset that allows you to face it head on and come out stronger. So, when life feels heavy, remember, it's preparing you for something bigger. Don't run from it, run toward it. Because the person you become on the other side is the person you were always meant to be. Just like muscles need resistance to grow, your character needs struggle to grow. Without it, you remain stagnant. Every challenge is an opportunity to expand. Struggle doesn't mean you've failed, it means you're learning. Every setback is a chance to reassess, adjust, and come back stronger. It's the most effective way to gain wisdom. It's easy to quit when things get tough, but the true strength lies in staying committed, even when it feels like you can't go on. Persist, and you'll see that you can handle much more than you thought. If everything is easy, you're not growing. Struggle forces you out of your comfort zone and into the realm of true personal development. Every difficult experience is an opportunity to build the qualities like patience, discipline, and resilience that you'll need for future success. Instead of seeing struggle as a burden, reframe it as an opportunity. The way you view hardship will determine how you grow from it. Embrace the challenge as part of your journey. The more you face and overcome struggle, the better you get at handling adversity. It's not about avoiding tough situations, but about strengthening your ability to bounce back. Remember, struggle is a phase, not a permanent state. It's what you do in response to it that shapes your future. Use it as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. When you think about growth, think about a muscle. To build muscle, you need resistance. You can't just sit around and expect your muscles to grow on their own. It takes effort, struggle, and pushing against something that challenges you. Life is exactly the same. If you want to grow in your personal life, your career, your relationships, you need to face challenges that push you beyond your current limits. Without resistance, without struggle, there's no growth. You see, comfort doesn't make you better. If everything is easy, if everything is handed to you, you won't develop the skills or strength needed to handle the future. Growth is uncomfortable. It's not about avoiding hard situations, it's about embracing them. Every time you face a challenge and push through it, you become a little stronger, a little wiser, a little more capable of handling whatever comes next. The truth is, growth isn't meant to be easy, it's meant to be earned. Every challenge you face, every obstacle that comes your way is there to shape you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for bigger and better things. The more resistance you encounter, the more opportunities you have to grow. Embrace that resistance, welcome it, because it's the only way to build the strength and resilience you need to achieve greatness. Failure is not the end, it's the beginning of something far more valuable. In life, we often see failure as something to avoid, something to fear, but the reality is, failure is feedback. It's not a signal that you're not good enough or that you should give up. It's simply information, a guide that tells you you're on the right track, but you need to adjust your approach. Think about it. When you try something and it doesn't work out, that's not the universe telling you to stop, it's showing you what doesn't work. And that's just as important as knowing what does work. If you can change your perspective and see failure as a tool for improvement, you'll start to use it as a stepping stone rather than something to avoid. Every failure is an opportunity to learn. Maybe it's a small mistake you made, or maybe it's a big setback. Either way, it teaches you something valuable. It shows you where you need to grow, what you need to do differently, and how to better position yourself for success the next time around. The key is not to let failure define you. Don't wear it like a label. Instead, use it as a learning experience. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? If you do that, failure becomes your greatest teacher. And just like any good teacher, it may be tough, but it's always working in your favor to help you improve and move forward. Remember, failure is not permanent. It's not a reflection of who you are. It's just a moment in time. And as long as you're willing to learn from it, every failure becomes another piece of the puzzle, bringing you closer to where you want to be. So the next time you face a setback, don't fear it. Don't run from it. Embrace it, because failure is feedback that will help you achieve your goals. Strength isn't built overnight. It's not something that happens with a single burst of effort or a one-time push. Real strength, the kind that lasts and can withstand anything life throws at you, comes from persistence. It comes from continuing, even when it feels easier to quit. It's about showing up day after day and doing the work, whether you feel like it or not. Think about it. The most successful people didn't get there by giving up when things got tough. They didn't take the easy way out. They understood that success isn't a straight line. It's a journey filled with challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. They persist. They keep pushing, they keep learning, and they keep moving forward, no matter how difficult it gets. Persistence is the key to unlocking your true potential. It's not about talent, luck, or being in the right place at the right time. It's about the willingness to keep going, to stay the course, even when the results aren't immediately apparent. Every time you push through the tough times, you build more resilience, more grit, and more inner strength. Each step forward, no matter how small, is progress. And over time, that progress adds up. When you face challenges, and you will face them, you have two choices. You can give up and let the setback define you, or you can persist and let the setback be a stepping stone toward your growth. It's easy to look at someone who's achieved great things and think they're special, that they have something you don't. But the truth is, they just didn't quit. They stayed in the game long enough to build the strength needed to succeed. So the next time things get tough, don't be discouraged. Remember that strength doesn't come from avoiding challenges. It comes from facing them, learning from them, and most importantly, persisting through them. Keep going, and with each step, you'll grow stronger and closer to the success you're striving for. Your comfort zone is a dangerous place. It's where things are easy, predictable, and safe. But let me tell you this, nothing grows in that space. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It's where your potential goes to die, because when you're in your comfort zone, you stop pushing yourself. You stop striving for more. You stop becoming better. Look at any area of life where you've seen true progress, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal development. I can guarantee you it didn't come from staying comfortable. It came from stepping outside that zone, from taking risks, from facing uncertainty. Growth requires you to embrace discomfort, to face challenges that make you feel uneasy and vulnerable. That's where the magic happens. Think about it. If you're always in a place where everything's familiar, where you know exactly what to expect, where things are easy, you're not evolving. Growth happens when you push past those boundaries, when you stretch yourself and take on new challenges. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you learn something new about yourself. You discover abilities you never knew you had, and you find strength in places you didn't think existed. You've heard the saying, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. And that's true. If you're looking for something new, something more, you have to be willing to step into the unknown. The only way to reach new heights is to venture beyond where you've been before. Growth never comes from staying safe, from playing small. It comes from taking that leap into the uncomfortable, into the uncertain. Now, I'm not saying you need to make huge leaps every single day, but you do need to make a habit of stepping outside your comfort zone. Even small actions, when repeated over time, can create big changes. Challenge yourself regularly, and over time, you'll find that what once felt uncomfortable becomes second nature. So, take a hard look at your life. Are you living in a space of comfort? Are you avoiding the things that push you? If so, it's time to make a change. Because the person you're meant to be, the success you're meant to achieve, exists just outside of that comfort zone. You'll never know your true potential if you keep hiding from discomfort. Embrace it, step into it, and watch yourself grow. Every challenge, every setback, every difficult moment you face is not happening by chance. It's all part of a bigger plan, one that's preparing you for greater success than you can even imagine. You may not see it now. You may not understand it in the middle of the struggle. But trust me, every step you're taking, every tough lesson you're learning is getting you ready for something bigger, something greater. Think of it like this. When you're building something of value, it doesn't happen quickly or easily. You need a solid foundation. You need to be equipped with the tools and the experience to handle the future. The struggles you're going through today are the very experiences that will give you the wisdom, the strength, and the resilience to handle the success you're striving for. Success is not just about having the right opportunities. It's about being the right person when those opportunities come along. What's important to realize is that you're being shaped. All the hardships you encounter are refining you, sharpening you, teaching you how to manage yourself and your resources when things go well. You won't be able to handle greater responsibility, greater wealth, greater influence, or greater success if you haven't built the character, the skills, and the mindset to manage them. Think about it. The most successful people didn't get there by avoiding challenges. They got there by learning how to handle challenges. They grew through adversity, and because of that, they were ready for the next level. Each challenge you face is like a piece of the puzzle. It may feel difficult, but it's all leading you to a place where you can look back and say, that's why I had to go through that. You will understand that it was all necessary to bring you to this moment of greatness. So when things get tough, don't think of it as a sign that you're not on the right path. Think of it as confirmation that you are being prepared. The challenges are building you into the person you need to be in order to handle the success that's coming your way. Keep pushing forward, keep learning, keep growing, because you're not just working towards success, you're becoming the kind of person who can carry it when it arrives. How you see the world around you makes all the difference. The challenges, the setbacks, the obstacles you face, they aren't always the problem. The real problem lies in how you view them. Your perspective shapes your reality, and your reality shapes your future. If you can change how you look at things, you can change everything. Life is full of ups and downs, but how you interpret those ups and downs determines how you grow. When you face a challenge, do you see it as a roadblock or as an opportunity? When something goes wrong, do you see it as a failure or as a lesson? The way you frame your circumstances dictates your actions. A person who sees every setback as the end of the road will eventually give up. But someone who sees every challenge as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better will keep moving forward, no matter what. Perspective is what gives you the power to turn obstacles into opportunities. It's not about avoiding the bad things in life. It's about understanding that these things are part of the process. They're the building blocks of your success. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. When you adjust your perspective, you'll find that challenges no longer seem like burdens. They become stepping stones. What once appeared as a mountain turns into a small hill. The key to shifting your perspective is understanding that life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Every situation, every person, every experience has something to teach you. If you're looking for the lessons, you'll find them. If you're looking for the problems, you'll find those too. And the more you focus on solutions and growth, remember, it's not what happens to you that defines your success, it's how you choose to view it. Life is a mirror. If you look at it with negativity, that's what you'll get back. If you look at it with a mindset of growth and opportunity, you'll find the strength and wisdom to overcome anything. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, don't immediately ask, why me? Instead, ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Because your perspective will ultimately determine how far you can go. Change the way you see things, and you'll change the way things unfold for you. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you developed. Just like any skill, it's built through practice, repetition, and a willingness to keep going, even when things get tough. It's the ability to bounce back when life knocks you down. But the truth is, resilience isn't about never falling. It's about how quickly you get back up. How you use each setback as fuel to push forward and grow stronger. Think of resilience like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The more you face adversity and refuse to quit, the more capable you become of handling the next challenge that comes your way. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go as planned, But the person who develops resilience isn't defined by those moments of failure. They're defined by their ability to rise again, to learn from those moments, and to keep moving forward with even more determination. The key to building resilience is in your response to difficulty. It's not about avoiding hardship, but about embracing it as an opportunity for growth. Life will throw challenges your way, and you can either let those challenges break you or build you. The resilient person knows that every challenge is an opportunity to become better, to adapt, and to improve. And with each challenge, you build the emotional and mental strength needed to handle the next one with even more confidence. Don't wait for life to be easy. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances. Resilience is developed when you face the storm, when you confront the setbacks head on and choose not to be overwhelmed by them. The more you practice resilience, the more naturally it will come to you. And as you continue to grow in this area, you'll realize that you're capable of handling so much more than you ever thought possible. It's important to remember that resilience doesn't mean being immune to pain or failure. It's not about being unshaken by hardship. It's about your ability to rise again, to stand up after each fall and move forward with the lessons you've learned. It's a skill, and like any skill, the more you work on it, the more you refine it, the stronger you become. So the next time life gets tough, remember, resilience is not a gift, it's a skill. And with every challenge, you're getting better at it. Keep practicing and you'll be amazed at what you can endure and achieve. Struggle is part of life. It's inevitable. But here's the key. Struggle does not define you. How you respond to it does. Too many people allow the challenges they face to become their identity. They see a setback, a failure, or a tough season, and they start to believe that this is who they are, that this is their story. But let me tell you something important. Your struggles don't determine your future, your choices do. We all face tough times, that's a given. But just because you're going through a struggle doesn't mean that struggle has to be your label. You are not your hardships, your failures, or your setbacks. You are the sum of the choices you make in response to them. It's easy to let life's difficulties make you feel small, like you're stuck, like you're not enough. But the truth is, you're much bigger than the struggles you're facing. The most successful people in the world didn't get there because they avoided struggle. They got there because they refused to let it define them. They didn't let tough times define their worth or their potential. Instead, they used those struggles as fuel for growth, as stepping stones on their journey. They chose to learn from them, to adapt, and to keep moving forward. They didn't let their current situation determine who they were or who they would become. You see, struggle is a part of the process, but it's not the end of the story. It's only one chapter. How you move through that chapter, what you do next, that's what defines you. When you refuse to let struggle control your narrative, when you choose to keep going, you build strength, you build character, you build resilience. And those qualities, those are what shape your future. Don't let your struggles convince you that you're not capable. Don't let them make you feel like you're not worthy of success, happiness, or growth. Every time you rise above a challenge, you're proving that you're stronger than what you're facing. You're proving that you are not defined by the difficulties in your life, but by how you handle them. Remember, no matter how hard the struggle, it's only temporary, and it's only a small part of the story. How you respond, how you rise from it, that's what defines you. Keep going, keep growing, and never let struggle determine who you are or where you're headed. Because the person who refuses to be defined by their struggles is the person who achieves greatness. Struggles are not just obstacles to overcome. They are the very things that shape your character. Think about it. When things come easily, when life is smooth, you don't really learn much about yourself. It's when you face adversity that you find out what you're really made of. Challenges, hardship, and setbacks. They're not punishments. They're opportunities to build the inner strength, wisdom, and resilience that define your true character. When you're pushed to your limits, that's when your values come to the surface. It's easy to say you're committed to your goals when everything is going well. But when things get tough, that's when your true commitment is tested. The struggles you face force you to make choices, to dig deeper, to find courage you didn't know you had. And with every challenge you conquer, you become more grounded in who you are and what you stand for. Each time you face adversity and rise above it, you're refining your character. You're learning patience, discipline, persistence, and how to stay calm under pressure. Those are the qualities that make you strong, that give you the ability to keep going when things aren't going your way. Without struggle, you can't develop those qualities because they're built in the heat of the moment, when things are tough and the road ahead seems uncertain. In a way, struggles are like the fire that refines gold. At the time, it feels like you're being tested, like you're being stretched beyond your limits. But when you look back, you'll see that the toughest times were the moments that shaped you the most. They taught you how to endure, how to grow, and how to never settle for less than what you're capable of. So don't shy away from struggle, embrace it, because it's through those tough times that your character is forged. And it's that character that will carry you to the success you're striving for. Adversity has a unique way of clarifying what truly matters in life. When everything is easy, when you're floating along without a care in the world, it's easy to lose sight of your deeper purpose. But when you face hardship, when you encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable, that's when you're forced to take a step back and reevaluate what you're really striving for. It's the tough times that push you to ask the big questions. What is my purpose? Why am I doing this? What really matters to me? Adversity has a way of stripping away the distractions, the things that don't really move you forward, and forcing you to focus on what's essential. When you're struggling, you realize that you don't have time to waste on trivial matters. The struggle refines your priorities, brings them into sharper focus, and challenges you to align your actions with your true mission in life. It forces you to dig deep into your inner reserves and find the strength to push forward. And in doing so, you discover the drive and motivation that come from a clear sense of purpose. Think about it. Some of the most purpose-driven individuals you know didn't get to where they are because everything was easy. They found their purpose through adversity. It was the challenges they faced that helped them realize what they were truly passionate about, what they were truly capable of. Without adversity, there's no testing of your limits, no opportunity to discover the depth of your inner strength, no moment of realization that pushes you toward your bigger purpose. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to refine that purpose, to reshape it, and to strengthen it. It's easy to lose sight of your goals when the road is smooth, but adversity reminds you why you're on the journey in the first place. It brings clarity, it sharpens focus, and it strengthens your resolve. As you move through life, the adversity you encounter doesn't weaken you. It builds the foundation for your purpose, making it stronger and clearer with each step forward. So, when you face adversity, don't view it as an obstacle to avoid or a setback to fear. See it as a key part of your journey, one that's bringing you closer to your true purpose. Every struggle is not just something to endure, it's something to learn from, something to grow through. And in the end, it's those very struggles that will shape your purpose and guide you toward the success and fulfillment you're meant to achieve.